Good morning, everybody. This is our last day here in Quebec City. We've been here for the past week. I just wanted to make a video. This is going to be my first YouTube video, so I kind of just wanted to talk about some linguistic topics here in Quebec. I've always been interested in these type of communities where there is a language that's maintained in spite of other languages with much bigger influence. Canada is mostly an English-speaking country. We have just the Quebec province where French is spoken for the most part. It's actually become the official language of Quebec. And everybody's first language is, well, here in Quebec City, 93% of the people's first language is French. All the signs are in French. Mostly people are speaking in French. And Montreal, which is more of an international city, English and French sort of coexist, and it's within an hour of the border, so I guess that's unavoidable. But French has been maintained in spite of this province at one point being run by Great Britain, and just English being spoken in the rest of Canada and the United States, all over the world. English has become the lingua franca, so it's very impressive when a place like this maintains a minority language, a language that's not spoken much in the region, and it's representative of linguistic pride, cultural pride in a good way. So it sort of adds a lot to the vacation, not just visiting a place, but getting to, experience what that culture is like. And, from going from New York to here, it's like going to Europe in some sense, and it gives that feeling of being away. I was trying to interview some people that work in the hotel and get their, feelings of what it's like to be Quebecois. Do you feel more Quebecois, or do you feel Quebecois and Canadian, or both? What is that experience like? And do you feel like Quebec is sort of apart from the rest of Canada? Do you feel like Quebec is a completely different country altogether? And I don't have a microphone. This is my first video that I'm doing for YouTube. I need to get a microphone and be able to give sort of a proper interview. Maybe I'll be able to get one before I leave, but if not, anybody that's watching this video that's from Quebec or has had experience living in Quebec, please comment below and share your experience of what it's like to be Quebecois here. Or if you have immigrated to Quebec and you're from another country, what was it like coming in and assimilating to Canada, to Quebec, to the French language, or did you already speak French? So I'm interested in those type of topics. Another place that's of interest is, linguistically to me, is Puerto Rico, because Puerto Rico has maintained Spanish in spite of being a Commonwealth of the United States, and they still teach, to Spanish as a first language. And, just like here, they've sort of integrated some English into their Spanish. And, in spite of turning on the television and there's American TV, and just how America dwarfs such a small island linguistically and culturally, they're able to maintain and hold on to their language and their culture. And I think that's very impressive and very commendable. And I just find it of interest how that language exists in such a in this type of situation. So I was very impressed by a lot of things here in Quebec. The people are super friendly, and even if you don't speak French, they're very welcoming. They don't give you an attitude for not speaking French. And I've been trying to pick up a little bit as I go. Kind of very similar to Spanish, especially in reading and writing. And so, that's been fun, but you can only learn so much within a week. So I've been doing my best, and they appreciate whatever little bit that you can give. It's also very clean. Every part of the city is almost like a postcard. It's very photogenic. Hotel Chateau Frontenac, is the major landmark of the city, and pretty much everywhere you go in the city, you can get a nice photo of it. It's up on a cliff, and you can see it from all around. So the old section is like going back in time. It's got a lot of amazing history, and it has a wall around it. It's the only city north of Mexico that has a wall around it. So, yeah, it gives like a really old world feeling, and I recommend it to anyone that hasn't come here, anybody that has an interest in Canada, French culture, being able to go somewhere in North America where you feel like you've gone away. You know, I can jump in my car and come here without having to get on a plane. So, you know, that's going not so far away, but feeling like you're far away. And that's one of the appeals. And another thing that I will mention is it is very clean and very safe, especially coming from a place like New York, or the United States in general has just become a very dangerous place in parts, and just the mentality has become very aggressive, and you don't really get that feeling here. I can't really describe it. You have to just kind of feel it, but people are less aggressive, and you don't have such a dangerous element, in my opinion. And again, I don't live here, and you're coming here within a 1 week span, and you get a very limited lens when you go on vacation. But these are just sort of cursory observations that I've made, and I always get a good feeling when I come to Quebec. I've been here 3 times. Well, I've been to Quebec province 3 times, Montreal twice. This is my first time in Quebec City, but I will definitely come back, and I recommend to anybody that hasn't been here to come here. And please leave in the comments below any of your experiences here in Quebec with Canadian French, Quebecois people, whatever it is that you can add to the chat, to the comment thread. I will appreciate it. Thank you, and take care.